And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Alright. We have bosses bobbing their way to our base. I'm not worried though, because we got tier 3 lasers, and we're doing pretty good. So I've run down coal, the infused coal, up through here, and I've got it going right up the middle of both of those. Will it be enough? I don't know. Okay, we need fuel canisters, and if you have a closed system, you don't need an infinite amount of fuel canisters. The only reason you'd want basically an auto crafting setup for fuel canisters is for one, missiles. Missiles obviously consume the canister because it becomes part of the missile. Or two, if you just void your empty can return, then obviously you're going to need fresh supply. But I've never done that. Never just voided it just for the sake of laziness. I've always tried to come up with a logistic solution. So I've got myself a pipe extrusion plant or two and a fuel canister crafter. They kind of go hand in hand. And let's see, let's drop these down. So they want iron pipe, which is why I have pipe extrusion plants. And let's not be shy about the number of things that are going to go into this. Do I have any huge storage hoppers left? I do. Perfect. Okay, they want iron. We have iron. So iron goes in, gets smushed into a pipe, and then gets moved into the empty fuel canister. Alright, now, with that in mind, we have some fuel canisters that we can deal with. And we've got lots and lots of plastic on the way. Yes, indeed, we've got this switched over to a smaller hopper. But it looks like our lift is holding up pretty well. I'm trying to make our way towards a OET charge and subsequent blast, and I am currently working on one thing that we're going to need, which are those Mark V batteries. Not cheap, by the way. That reminds me, I'm going to need to run over here and grab some more batteries. And maybe set up another system for those. Just because we're going to use so many batteries. So the Mark IV, that takes 27 Mark IIIs. The Mark V takes 9 of these. So yeah, it's a lot. It adds up really fast. You know, I might have some lightweight machine housings on my person. Let me take a peek. I do. Let me drop those in and go grab some more. Okay, this is 10 lightweight machine housings. Yes, 2,000. Thank you. And more conveyor belt. Please. Thank you. And since this is sort of auto-craftable, I'm going to toss some tin in there, just so the next time I come by, there's actually some waiting for me. Otherwise it'd be like, oh, I forgot to do that. Plus, the next tier of crafter, or the next tier of power, will allow us to build the Mark V and finish that build off over there, which is, I'm anxious to do. I don't like leaving those builds like half done like that. I don't know, it just doesn't sit right. Alright, so we've got live, oh yeah, I've doubled the number of research pods I'm able to make at once, because some of these future researches are horrendously large. Oh, they're just so brutal. We're gonna need lots and lots of research pods. I think there's one of them coming up in the Frozen Factory expansion. That's like 512 pods times 3, I think it is. I think it's all the titanium and stuff, which is why I have so much tier 2 bars sitting around, because I'd like to come and grab as many as I can. And you know, there's a few there. There's a little bit. Looks like we have a new attack coming from this direction. Got the bosses lumbering their way back. That's the end of the bosses, and we got another round coming in here. Holy cow. So many. How are these? Are these done? These are almost done. Okay. So, where do we want to do the OET? Well, I'm thinking right in here somewhere. We've already got that cleared out. I might as well clear this out. Nine in, drop, 8, and I don't think I need a super tall. Yeah, I try to limit that because of how bright that thing is. Apparently that's fixed in the next version. He actually found what does that. Okay. Now, I could probably grab power from over there. So, let's do this. And yeah, I'll be able to grab power from there. And this is all blue. Amazingly, this power is coming out from way over there, so it's looping all the way around, coming all the way back, and looping in around over here again. And then have you go in there. And we should, yeah, it's starting to clear now. And I'm thinking one more over. Get out from under this little ship here. Well, we don't need that super tall again. All right. So that should give us enough space for the OET. And we need a return. This is the empty canisters right in here. So I want to dig those down one. Hopefully we don't break into a huge cave or something. All right, there is 200 empty canisters. And let's just get those started in the fuel process here. So there's 100 there, and there's 100 there. And we have started making the high energy composite fuel. Okay, so if the OET is 9 blocks wide. I wonder if I split the difference here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We really don't need very much height on this. Not at all. Okay, so you get there, there, There we go. Do you have a lens? You get a lens. And you get a lens. I'm anxious to have chrome lenses, so all of my lenses get merged into one type, and I don't have to worry about having them in my inventory for so long. All right, these have almost done it. As far as power goes, looks like the power is actually going really well. Might add a couple more vats onto there if I think it's needed. I don't know if it is or not. So the OET is 9 by 9 on the base and then 13 tall. And if I want maximum throughput, I'm gonna want a Mark 5 battery on each. Well, no, maybe not all 4 sides. Well, I could do all 4 sides, but I don't know how much I would gain with that. I mean, we don't need to charge the OET in 5 seconds. We just need to charge it. So I might opt for charging it over a longer time. That way our threat level can stay higher and maybe stretch our lasers a little bit. They're keeping up rather well. And yeah, I don't think we are gonna need too many things. Okay. Research. Let's go take a look-see. Okay, these are all, looks like these are all clear. And we've got the 50 extra of nickel, or no, not nickel, all but nickel, gold and titanium. And it looks like these are all done. So we need one more titanium. Because it's, again, 250, so... And then we need some nickel. We're going to go to the other side for some nickel. Okay, so that takes care of the titanium. And it starts the nickel. Now, should we research now? Yeah, let's start it now. It's a long research. No, maybe not. I'll let those wind up a little bit. Random hole in the ground. Yeah, see, I told you this is what's powering those excavators right now. All these wrapped around, going behind. Look how lucky this was. This giant 6 million copper. And when I started beaming and I started getting back here, literally did not have to take out one copper ore. It was just perfect right beside there. Like, that is a giant copper vein right there, and I managed to skim right alongside it. I was pretty happy with that. As I was digging, I was just convinced that I was gonna hit just a giant amount of copper, and I didn't. So obviously there's no ore to worry about in there. I don't know if there's any in there, but I want to take care of that ore so when it does finish, it's actually done. Just like this one, we got a little copper sticking out there. Is this like just the tip of the spear here? Oh no, this is a tiny vein. Take that out. Okay. So, we have, see how fast it processes air as it goes up? Oh, it's hard to see with the sunlight, with the light bug. Take that out. Okay, so if we figure a 9 by 9 base, let's get in here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And yeah, I think we'll have plenty of space this way. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Stand on this square and super build. There. 9 by 9. So that will be the OET, and it's a beast of a machine. Now, the power for this thing, we're going to have in the middle, right here is the middle, we are going to have a huge battery. So it's going to be 5 on a side. And I kind of want to use a different color. Chevron. Defective machinery. First aid, radiation, traffic. You know, I don't get that. Maybe that has to do with the OSHA mutator, but whatever. Oh, wrong inventory. There it is. Okay. I just wanted to use a different chevron to mark where those are going to go. So we line this up again. 2 that way, 2 that way. There we go. So those are the batteries. Now, the jets we can put basically right in here. No problem. There's really no easy way to do it because you can't, a jet turbine you can't access as far as the fuel, I don't think, the front and the back. You have to do the fuel thing on the side. Unless I'm mistaken, and I might want to test that because that would radically change this design. And instead of having a jet over here and a jet over here, I could have like a jet here. Actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The jets are 5 long. But I could definitely do like a kitty corner there or something. Okay, this one looks like it's done. No problemo. And of course, you could do back in here easily. A lot of times I push the jets right up against the OET. But like I do a jet on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So the jet on one side sticks out one more than the one on the other side. And I've actually wrapped the OET in jets before. I don't know if I want. Do I want to use batteries? These batteries are so expensive. I'm leaning towards not using them because they are just outrageously expensive. We will use them, but we got to be smart about where we use them. So this will be more or less, this will be the jets on this side. And then where are we going to stick out here? That sticks out there, so we can't Can't go there. So this is going to stick out here, so this has to stick out on this side. I certainly hope jets can, in single player at least, can output all of their power. I really don't like that copper is right there. Okay. I might have to clear some of that copper depending on how I run everything. So you can see this overhangs there, but not over here. So this one will come over here. Like that. And you can put a lot of jets on this thing. Holy cow, you can put a lot of jets. And depending on your game mode, oh man, you can have a lot of power. So yeah, we're gonna need more canisters. Now that we have a general idea of what we're gonna do, we can deliver the power here. We can deliver that right over the top, basically. I want to do something like this. And figure out a way to do that. As far as jet turbines go, I've been trying to grab these advanced machine blocks. Oh, where are they? As I remember them, so we'll grab some. That way, when the time comes, I can make a ton of turbines. A ton of turbines. Okay, so power gen, I'll give you guys a quick rundown of how this is going to look. We're going to do crafting that. Missing material. Oh, I need low-grade steel to craft the intake. Oh, I love when DJ doesn't update all of his recipes. Okay. So that just drained that all out. And the gold foil, I saw that as a requirement. Luckily, 2,000. Jet turbine intake. Crafting. So I want one more set of these. Crafting. And one more of these. Crafting. Now, if we come over here, and we see this is the overhang, so this right here is our spot. So we're going to do the intake and the housing. Intake goes in the front, and the housing is 1, 2, 3, 4. Bingo, just like that. We do the intake over here. Just like that. So you have them facing like that, so the jet wash, most of the painful eyebrow singeing jet wash gets, it's where the turbine is and not, in your face. Okay, so one of these, we're gonna need 2 sets of hoppers on each one of these, like so. 2 of them are going to be add only. 2 of them are going to be remove only. So add onlys, this is where your empty canisters come in. And we're going to want to take these canisters basically around, so that is 1 away. Just want to make sure when I clear this, I'm not stepping into the void. So this is where our empty canisters are all going to come in. Just like right here. And they can subsequently get put right back into the system. Because it's going to be a closed system. There's no reason not to do a closed system when you're dealing with turbines. Now, missiles, again, are a different story. And I'm going to need to use the distribution splitters in some way, shape, or form. Something like over here. Distribution splitter. I know they're in here. There they are. We're going to want input and allow overflow. Yes. So it's going to switch them back and forth. The input's going to come in here. It's going to switch back and forth. If one fills up, it should, being the operative word here, should work. So if these are the add-onlys, these can come right out into here. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So I got a lot of turbines to build, a lot of, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do, but slowly making our way towards greatness here. And now that we have all of those, we can then basically merge them up. Figure out what we're going to do about that later on. I mean, if nobody's interested in watching that, then let me know. All right. We have made some great progress. And that's going to do it for this episode. Please hit that like button if you've been enjoying the series so far. And, you know, comment down below if you've got something to yell at me about. And, yeah, subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.